There's a lot of different information within Compete Pro that can be used for a lot of different industries, but you can really make it as specific as you want to and tailor it to your own needs. So today we're going to take a look at using Compete Pro for agencies specifically. So Compete Pro will allow you to get the answers to a few tough questions that you're probably faced with in the agency setting. So what are your biggest growth opportunities for prospective clients? Who are my client's competitors reaching that my client is not? Does the data in Compete Pro justify adjusting my client's strategy mid-campaign? Where are my client's competitors' online traffic coming from and what's driving it? What keywords, paid and or organic, are they targeting across the search engines? So the first step in answering all of those questions is to really understand your market at a broad level. With Compete Pro categories, you'll be able to do this. Categories will enable you to look at the industry landscape as a whole. So you'll be able to learn who your real competitors and prospects are. With categories, you're able to view information for an entire industry and uncover which sites are leading in said industry in terms of traffic and much more. So you'll really be able to understand what sites your client or your prospect is competing against rather than just making an assumption. You'll also be able to discover your client's competitors' marketing strategies. So aside from understanding traffic trends for an industry as a whole, you'll also be able to look more in depth at traffic reports such as keyword reports, incoming and outgoing traffic reports, the same as you can for one single site, you can see on a broader industry level. You'll also be able to develop a sound marketing strategy for your clients. So based on what you find looking at this industry view, you'll be able to adjust your own client strategies mid-campaign with decisions supported by digital insights and real data. It's also important to note in the agency setting that you can go beyond just unique visitors. So in the agency world, oftentimes outreach effectiveness is typically measured by traffic metrics. But defining a qualitative understanding of what exactly is driving traffic can help you optimize in the future. Placing an overly significant focus on quantitative measures can cause you to lose track of audience engagement, so that will devalue the efforts of the publications that you're trying to crack into. So what I would suggest is using traffic metrics in conjunction with engagement metrics in the site summary page of Compete Pro to see the full picture of website activity. If you've gotten a hit in a certain publication, you want to see how effective that was, I would definitely look at it, two metrics side by side. So whether it be unique visitors in comparison to average stay or attention, you really need a full picture of what's going on, and the same for your competitors. If it looks like your competitor is getting a ton of traffic on a certain site, that might not necessarily be the right site for you to try to crack into as well, because they might be getting a lot of traction in terms of a lot of people are visiting the site, but they're not staying, they're not engaging with the content. So whatever your competitor is doing, it's not really working in terms of reaching the audience. So first things first, it helps to determine which publications, which sites are right for you to focus your efforts. The best report to do this, aside from using the categories to prospect, is to use Compete Pro's related sites feature. So if you're trying to break through into a certain site but you're receiving minimal interest or feedback, the related sites feature can highlight domains of similar subject matter and audience size and also content matter that you may have previously looked over in the past. So this can kind of be a good gateway for you to get your name out there, get your content out there on something similar to that one publication or site that you're really trying to reach. This is a good stepping stone way of getting there. I would also suggest leveraging daily metrics. So you can monitor daily reach and attention for yourself or one of your competitors and understand the success of product launches, email promotions, and campaigns, or the impact of press releases. So definitely keep a timeline for yourself of when you're putting certain content out, or if you know that a competitor has just put something out, and see what kind of a lift that has gotten in terms of traffic. You can then export this data and manipulate it to understand which days are best for pushing content in your specific industry. And the daily metrics can be found on the site summary page that you use to look at all of the monthly metrics, demographic metrics. Daily metrics can be found by clicking in the drop-down menu that you go to look at unique visitors or visits. It's all right in the same place. So once you've gathered some information and you know maybe some traffic metrics that you want to continually run, you know some of your competitors that you want to continually monitor, now it's time to automate. So oftentimes you won't have time every month, if you're running these reports on a monthly basis, to pull all that information each time data publishes. You want it right there, and you want it to be automatically updated with our latest data set. So you can do this by setting up saved sites, saved groups, and dashboards. So this is going to enable you to automate your custom reports that you need to run on a recurring basis. So you can keep track of all the latest data. You can align content strategies, content timelines with lifts in traffic. And you can also just create a centralized location for all of your reports that are easily shareable and can also be branded with your company's logo. So once you create a dashboard, you'll see in the top right-hand corner of the screen that there are options to share it via email or to share it via PDF. And when you click on that PDF version, you can easily insert your company's logo, and then it can be distributed internally, externally, whatever you need. So everything is taken care of. The reporting is something that you don't have to think about. Once you understand your competitors and the metrics that you want to look at, it will all be in one place, and it'll just be easy for you to export and share. So some other metrics that I think are really worthwhile, besides taking a look at those basic traffic metrics and also using related sites to prospect on the competitors that are of interest to you, would be metrics such as demographics. So you can really take a deeper dive into what those traffic metrics mean and how they came to be. Like I said before, there's so much in Compete Pro that will help you qualify the engagement that you're getting, as opposed to just quantifying it and looking only at the numbers of unique visitors and visits and other traffic metrics. So especially in the agency world, you're trying to reach a specific audience. And the best way to do that is understand exactly who that audience is. So I would do that through demographics. And the 3 demographics that we have available are age, income, and gender demographics. So like I said before, utilizing monthly metrics is good and can illustrate the composition of a particular site's audience. And the exact breakout of specific demographics, including age, income, and gender, will help you really understand who you're speaking to and who you need to speak to. So taking a deeper look at the detailed makeup of a site's audience can prove to be really helpful, especially when you're targeting niche audiences for maybe story pickup and placement. You want a particular audience to pay attention. If you know the site's demographic makeup, you'll be able to better understand if this is really a good fit for you or not. So you can tailor pitches, press releases, any kind of content output to the appropriate demographic and appease your readership, grab the attention of whoever on the site is making those decisions of putting up certain content or not. You'll really be able to target your efforts and hone in on who you need to be speaking to. And like I mentioned before, it's really important to look at engagement metrics, not just traffic metrics. So while it's important to check the monthly metrics, beyond UVs and demographic breakdowns, engagement metrics will show you if your audience is actually paying attention and interacting with your content. So metrics within the site summary section, which is illustrated here. This is what site summary looks like. Those metrics, including average stay and attention, will help provide you with the information needed to know how and when readers are reacting to your content. So if you're really working hard on creating specific pitches and press releases, and if you're using your demographic data to know, okay, this is the age group that's in this site, this is the gender that's looking at this site more often, I'm going to tailor my content to what I've found based on those metrics. Go back to your engagement metrics after the fact and make sure that based on the demographics you've looked at, the prospecting you've done, make sure that your content is really grabbing their attention. So you have all the tools to understand who you need to speak to, and if you check it with your engagement metrics, you can get an even better understanding of if what you're saying has any impact. The next report I would definitely take a look at is search referrals. So understand the paid versus natural strategy of a competitor or prospect site. So investigating the quality of a site's traffic by reviewing the paid versus natural keyword breakout will help you understand what products they're going after, how much money they're putting into search strategy. A website buying traffic for a keyword rather than ranking it naturally may not be the best fit for your client. So paying attention to high organic search referrals is important because high organic search referrals are healthier and usually more sustainable for the long term. Also, if you notice a big spike in paid search referrals at any point, you should definitely check out the keyword report to see which products and keywords are getting attention from your competitor. If you see a certain product that's of interest to you as well or to your client as well, and you notice that a competitor is bidding a lot on a certain keyword or really focusing on that product in their paid strategy, you might want to back off from that product for the time being because it's going to be more expensive for you, you're going to have more competition right now, so it can kind of help you tailor your own search strategy, your own keyword strategy. So piggybacking off of that, you can get even more in depth and you don't even have to guess. If you're looking at the paid versus total search referrals and you want to know what keywords clients, prospects, competitors are going after, you can easily see that information with the keyword report that's available underneath the search referral graph. So the biggest question to ask yourself is, do your keywords align with what your client wants to convey? So keyword reports will allow you to view the search terms driving traffic to a domain, and this information can aid in planning pitches, subject lines, story ideas, any kind of content. If I know I want to craft content around a particular keyword, I can find which publications are benefiting most from that term, are getting the most volume, have the biggest traffic makeup based on that keyword, and then you know really where to target the content that you're putting out. Other reports to definitely pay attention to would be incoming and outgoing traffic reports. So this is going to be where you'll be able to see where traffic is coming from to a specific site and where consumers, readers, any audience member is going one click after they visit a specific site. So essentially, incoming traffic will help you uncover the channels and websites your competitors are using to drive traffic, while outgoing traffic will help you understand where people go when they leave a site of interest. So this can help you learn about potential business partnerships and opportunities. There might be sites on both reports, incoming and outgoing traffic, that you didn't even think were referrers or referring people to. And uncovering that can help you place your content on that, maybe come up with some new partnerships that you hadn't considered before. It will just open up a bunch of new options for you. The traffic dashboard is essentially the same as the incoming traffic report. However, the traffic dashboard is a really easy way to see at a glance how traffic referral trends are changing month over month. So the traffic dashboard is a really interactive, really easy to digest heat map that shows you where traffic is coming from on a category, subcategory, and then individual site level. So if you know you want to take a look at, well, what's search been doing this month? We put a lot of money into our search strategy this month. Search will be right here, and the interactive heat map will show you, okay, this red area shows that, well, our search traffic went down since last month, but this subcategory within search increased, so I want to check that out. So what you can easily do is, if you have any questions about why things are changing, you can click on them and it will automatically go right into the subcategories, so you can see that a little bit easier, and it will go into individual sites. So you'll be able to see what's going on with incoming traffic, where it's coming from, but this is really going to be the best report to guide how you look at incoming traffic refers. If you're not sure where to start, but you know, I want to see how social media did this month, or if you want to just see kind of a broad incoming traffic refer sort of guide, the traffic dashboard is the best way to do that. And then again, once you get a good idea of it, you can look at the individual sites that are driving traffic within this report. But once you get a good idea of what's going on here, you can always jump over to incoming traffic and look at the individual sites driving traffic in a list view. And finally, a really great report to run specifically for the agency setting would be Site Finder. So Site Finder is a new feature that we launched within the last few months, and it's a really great way to prospect. So as opposed to most reports within Compete Pro where the information is already loaded in there for you, with Site Finder you're really able to customize your own lists, and you can find what you're looking for based on your own criteria. So Site Finder helps you identify all the sites that match your criteria, helping you easily create a list of targets to focus on. And Site Finder is perfect for sales, prospecting, identifying potential partners, and conducting industry research. So with Site Finder, you can target the right organization through more efficient prospecting, understand the major players and the top movers in your industry, uncover potential partnerships to grow your business, and create your own customized list by designing your own criteria. And you can also rank sites by several key criteria separately to build a list based on growth, unique visitors, category, or demographics, or combine them to view highly customized lists. So that was just a run through of a bunch of different reports that are really good specifically for the agency setting. If you need a demo of any of the features mentioned in this webinar, you can always go back to the help content page and look at demos for each individual feature. But hopefully this will let you know how each feature can work for you specifically. And if you have any questions on it, feel free to reach out to support@compete.com and we'll be happy to help.